Hello, Erica here. It's dark outside. I cannot for the life of me get motivated to film or find time to film when the sun is out. So, it's dark outside. Sorry if the lighting sucks. It's Friday night. I leave for vacation Sunday morning. I have a lot of shit to do tomorrow. And I have to film something because it's been a while and I miss you guys. So, I have a book haul. I know that I'm not supposed to be buying books. And then at the end of my birthday book haul, I said I really wasn't going to. But then I did. So I bought a few books in June, and then I went the whole month of July until today, which is July 31st, without buying books. But there's a giant sale at my used bookstore. It's my first night of vacation, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy some books. So it's fine. I don't care that much. It doesn't stress me out to have TBR books. So I'm going to talk about the books I bought now. Yes, because there are a lot of them. We have to do this quickly. Let's go. In June, I bought Revolutionary Road by Richard Yates. I've been wanting to read this for a very long time, and I've never read anything by Richard Yates. He is one of Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, and I believe Anja's from Beyond the Pages' favorite authors. So I really need to get around to him. This is the movie time cover, which I don't hate. And I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, like, okay, I don't hate it. So I'm going to read this and hopefully really enjoy it. I think I've seen the movie, but I think it was years and years ago. I don't really remember much about it, except it was really sad. Next, I bought The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer. This is 100% based on Jen Campbell's recommendation. And this is apparently just a really great kind of memoir-esque read about Amanda Palmer, who is, of course, the wife of Neil Gaiman, and it's based on her TED Talks, which I have seen, which is really good, and I'll link that down below. And I can't wait. The subtitle, by the way, is Or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Let People Help, which I'm all about. So I have this. This is the hardback edition because this is not out in paperback yet. Underneath the dust jacket, it is just white, which I like. Very clean, classy. Excellent. Next, I bought A Girl Is a Half-Performed Thing by Emer McBride. This won, I believe, the Bailey's Prize last year. And I have heard mixed things about it. I've heard that it's kind of difficult to read in the way that it's written, but I'm excited about that because I like experimental narrative styles. So I'm excited to get into this. I have no idea, like I said, what it's about other than that it's kind of experimental in its writing and structure. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. I also got The Waves by Virginia Woolf. I am slowly but surely making my way through Virginia Woolf's work, and this will be the next one I tackle. Again, not real sure on what this is about, but if it's like any of Virginia Woolf's novels, what it's about on the blurb and what it's about in the inside are not the same thing. So I have that. Then I got this really stunning edition of Dancer by Colin McCann. I've read Let the Great World Spin by Colin McCann. I was really impressed by his storytelling abilities and his writing style, so I'm really excited about this. And this is a historical fiction novel, I believe, about a Russian ballerina. Is it a male dancer or a female dancer? I don't know. There's no blurb, but historical fiction about a ballet dancer, and I used to be a ballet teacher in a past life, so I am all about that, and I'm really looking forward to reading this soon. And again, this is really beautiful. It has, I don't know if you can see it, but it has metallic accents, and it's just like a really stunning book. Deckled edges, French flaps. I'm really excited. Then I bought The Thousand Autumns of Jacob de Zoet. This is by David Mitchell. I have read Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell, and I want this to be the next one of his that I read. Again, cannot remember what this is about. It is about Jacob de Zoet, who is a devout young clerk who has 5 years in the East to earn a fortune of sufficient size to win the hand of his wealthy fiancée back in Holland. Sounds great. I'll be reading this soon, and I really like this cover, too. It's very colorful and nicely done. Then I got the 2 books that I get every month for my Melville House Art of the Novella subscription. The ones I got this one were The Death of Ivan Illich by Leo Tolstoy, which I've actually already read, but I have a really shitty edition of it, so I'm happy to have this one. And then I also got A Simple Heart by Gustave Flaubert. I'm loving the pink. I have not read this, but I have read Madame Bovary, and I love that book. So I'm very excited to read more of Flaubert's work. Okay, and now onto the books that I bought today at the sale. I bought 2 books that I have already read but needed, well, I bought these copies for different reasons, but I got a copy of The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien because, as I mentioned in my birthday haul video, when I bought The Hobbit, I've read all of these. I don't own them, though. I read them on my Kindle, and I really wanted these editions of them because I think they're really gorgeous and simple and nicely done. And so I'm collecting them one by one, and I figured since I got a discount, it was a good time to go ahead and pick up one of them. So I have that. Okay, I also got this absolutely stunning edition of Peter Pan. I have seen this from afar, and then I saw Hannah from Hannah Lamb do a haul where she hauled it, and I am kind of obsessed with the story of Peter Pan, and I love having beautiful editions of this book. So this is a hardback. It's absolutely stunning, right? Gorgeous. It's got those metallic accents going on. It's embossed with Peter's image on the back. I don't know if you can see that. Really nice end papers. And then the book itself is like gorgeously illustrated throughout in color, but all in this color scheme, this like teal and red color scheme. The chapter title pages look like this and are always in full color. And to top it off, there are interactive elements to this. So, for example, there is this, let me see if I can get it. Like this little clock with the alligator. And you can move him around. Tell a different time. Lovely. There is a fold out map here. If I can fold it out. Of Skull Rock. And there are a few of these different elements interspersed in the book, and I just think that this is stunning, and I love it, and I'm so happy to have it, and it's beautiful. So, yay. I also today picked up another collection by George Saunders. This is Civil War Land in Bad Decline. I have read now 10th of December and Pastoralia by him. He is a fantastic American short story author, writes really cool short stories that kind of are quite genre bending, like they sort of have these dystopian sci-fi elements to them, but are very literary in style, and I love him. So I got this little collection, and this matches my edition of Pastoralia, so I'm very excited to have this, and I will certainly be reading it soon. Next, I got Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie. I have been wanting to read this since everyone first started talking about it on BookTube. Sorry, I have something in my eye. And this is a sci-fi novel, and I've been in the mood for more science fiction and fantasy lately. I'm just having one of those times where I'm in the mood for it. And I believe that this is the one, yes, where all of the pronouns are female in gender, regardless of the sex of the character in question. So I've heard that it's a little difficult to get into, but that it's absolutely phenomenal. And I believe this is a trilogy, and the second book is out. The third book will be out soon. So I'm really excited to get into this. Then I got The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. This is the Penguin Deluxe Edition, and I believe it was meant to be because this was actually released on my birthday this year at the end of May. So I had to have this. So of course, since it's Penguin Deluxe, it has the deckled edges, beautiful, beautiful illustrated front and back covers, and then the French flaps are illustrated as well very nicely. I don't know actually what's on the back one. Oh, it's a key and then a lock. Very cool. So I just read The Magic Toy Shop by Angela Carter. It was my first work of hers that I've read. I really enjoyed it, and I loved her writing style and the way that she creates atmosphere and build her characters. So I'm very interested in this. I believe that these are feminist retellings of classic fairy tales. If I'm not mistaken, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong, though. But very, very excited. And the introduction in this edition is by Kelly Link, who I love. So this is great. Then I got Sister Outsider by Audre Lorde. I have been wanting to read this forever, ever since Staff from Stephanie Spines and Tim's in February during Black History Month did a video on, I don't remember what the video topic was. It might have been like Black feminist nonfiction or something like that. I can't remember. It's an amazing video though, and I will find it and I will link it down below. And she talked about Audre Lorde, and these are some of her selected essays and speeches. Audre Lorde is a Black feminist. She's also a lesbian and was writing in the 80s about feminist and LGBTQ and Black women's issues. And her work is very prolific. It's very well respected, and apparently it's going to change my life. So I'm so excited to finally have this and get into this. And I love this cover. I think it's very nicely done. I swear to God, every time I go to this particular bookshop, in the used book section, I find one of Alice Munro's short story collections in literally perfect condition, and today was no exception. So today I got Too Much Happiness by Alice Munro. You all probably know I'm a huge Alice Munro fan. I'm working my way through all of her work, and this is another collection of her short stories, and I'm very excited to have it. And I really like these vintage editions. The spines all look really nice together, so that's nice to have as well. Okay, only a couple more, I promise. We're almost done. Next, I got the Book of Strange New Things by Michelle Faber. This is partly because I read The Crimson Petal and the White this month and adored it, and partly because Jen from Jen Canville loves this book so much, and she has talked quite a bit about it in this Buddy Reads group that we're in. So I'm really excited to get to this. This is apparently about a man who goes to a different planet. He travels in outer space, goes to a different planet, and kind of has to convert the citizens of that planet to his religion. And I guess it's a bit of a discussion on colonialism and how religion has played a part in that, as far as like missionaries, and how we being Westerners go in and have in the past, and even still today, conquered other lands and then shoved our religion down their throat, and, you know, really light, happy topics. So anyway, it's supposed to be life-changing. It's supposed to be like quite a page-turner as well, even though it's huge. This paperback edition just came out. It is absolutely 12 times more beautiful in person than I thought it was. I thought it was kind of subpar compared to the UK paperback, but it is not, because you can't tell just looking at it, but all of those like constellations, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, are actually like in gold metallic stuff. Anyway, it's like way more detailed than it looks when you look at it on the internet. There, now you can kind of see it. And all of that is actually gold. And the spine too has gold on it. So I have no idea if you can see that, because I have subpar filming equipment, and also it's dark outside. Great. Okay, next I got The Trip to Echo Spring on Writers and Drinking by Olivia Lang. I've been wanting to read this since it came out, I believe in 2013. This is nonfiction, and it explores 6 male writers and their relationship with booze. She talks about F. Scott Fitzgerald, Ernest Hemingway, Tennessee Williams, John Berryman, John Cheever, and Raymond Carver. So I'm very, very interested in getting into this and seeing how this goes. And lastly, I do have a rule that every time I go to the bookstore, every time I'm in a physical bookstore, especially on bigger trips, I have to pick up at least one book that I have not heard of before. And so today I picked up The Quick, because like I said, I'm in the mood for science fiction and fantasy. This is by Lauren Owen. I knew literally nothing about it until today. It was on the staff recommends table, and the blurb reads as follows. London, 1892. James Norbury, a young would-be poet, finds lodging with a charming aristocrat. Then, suddenly, he vanishes. Alarmed, his sheltered sister, Charlotte, sets out from her country home to find him. She soon uncovers the city's secret supernatural netherworld, populated from the top to the dregs by terrifying creatures. But where's her missing brother? Dun dun dun. Anyway, I think this is going to be really fun, and I hope that I like it. Okay, that is all the books that I've bought. There's a lot. I'm never going to stop. It's fine. I don't care. It's great. You can judge me all you want. I'm not going to judge myself anymore. I like buying books. Please tell me if you've read any of these, if you want to read any of these, if you have any recommendations for me based on my interest in these, or if you just want to say hi. Bye!